Hi guys, my name is Gracie Nolan, and today I'll be presenting an autobiographic speech about key components of my life that have defined who I am today. Despite finding it difficult to narrow so many different aspects of my life into just a few categories, there are some that really do stand out to me, which are my career and educational goals, my passion for the sense of community, and my love for traveling and nature. To start off, when I was just in elementary school, I already started getting involved in everything I possibly could, from school talent shows to sing-alongs and even sports, which included basketball and soccer. And despite not being great at either one, I just loved being around a team of people who had similar interests and values as me. Moving on to middle school, these passions stayed high and strong as ever. I got involved in student council for the first time, which is something I continue to do for up until this point. Student council was a great place for me to learn about my community and learn about how to improve it. I was able to host our school's daily announcements, which I was basically the news anchor, telling the students what the weather was going to be like or what upcoming events we had soon. Moving on from that, I also hosted spirit assemblies. Those at first started off small, and I was able to just practice public speaking here and there, but for the first time, I was able to do it in front of a group of 800 people, and that definitely startled me at first, but I was able to turn that into something that was a huge learning lesson. I was able to engage with the crowd and talk to people, hype everyone up, and just make it a fun and memorable experience for not only me, but my whole community of classmates and students. Also, in middle school, I continued on with soccer. Despite not being great at it either, I improved a little bit, but that's where that career left off. Moving on to high school though, things were really different. High school started off in quarantine my freshman year, so navigating all that via Zoom was weird, but it's definitely a learning curve, and that's something that we were able to get out of. I was very eager to and very happy to, my sophomore year, go back to in-person school. In in-person school, I got involved in Nevada Student Council and my school student council. But being involved at the state board was something truly life-changing. I was able to go to conferences in Reno, Nevada, where I had hundreds of workshops and met so many new people around me. We got to go to TED Talks together and all these different motivational speakers. And being around so many people that value their community like I did taught me how important it is to find a place that's good for you and just work on growing it in any way you possibly can. Unfortunately though, that was my last year in high school because my junior year I transferred to Nevada State High School, where I began dual enrollment with CSN. Making this college transition at such a young age of 15 was wild for me, but I focused on my education and got to put that first for the first time in my life. Currently, I'm on track to graduate high school with my associate's degree in business, and from then on I want to transfer to UNLV, where I'll continue for a bachelor's in business and start a job, hopefully working for the NBA and NFL in sports marketing. I feel like sports is something that's always interested me, and that field as a job is very energetic and lively, which is something I definitely want to involve myself in. Moving away from career and education though, traveling is another huge part of my life that I find very important. I want to go all around the world, which I already have started, and I found many places I love and cultures I love and people I love. Just being around places makes you learn so many new things. I think that's one of the most dangerous things you can do, is to trap yourself in one little bubble and never leave it, because the world is just waiting for you to find it, and there's so many journeys that you can take. Also, I love beaches, waterfalls, hiking, anything of that sort. I find it very peaceful and relaxing, and that's somewhere I can always fall back on when I'm feeling stressed or worried. Overall, these topics are some of the main things I value when describing myself, and some of the most important ones I like to mention. But let me not forget one of the most important parts of my life, which is my pet, Gilbert. He's a little goldfish I won at a carnival when I was only 10, but he survived many years. Despite no longer being with us, I always mention him because he's a big part about myself. I used to just talk to him for hours, and now I can bother my family with the same things I would bother him with. But that's my speech for today. Thank you, and here's my audience once again.